What's up, everybody? Welcome to the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And today is it's Monday. It's Monday. I can't wait to get this. Ooh, so much stuff that happened this week. I can't wait to get this thing cracking. Share the show, everybody. Let me turn that down a little bit. Let me get to sharing the show right quick. And let's get this thing to pop. Rod Wells, I was thinking about you, man. Rod Wells. Scubo. What is that? Scubo? Rod Wells, boy. Them Dodgers ain't playing. Them Dodgers ain't playing fair, man. They ain't playing fair. That what was that? Somebody talking about, man, put that thing on silent. I'm glad. But what's up, everybody? Hey, Belinda, let me get to sharing these shows around here. Excuse me, y'all. Let me get this thing right. Let me get this thing right. Let me get to sharing. Come on now. Hold up. Let me get over here and get to sharing all these shows about to pop up. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, there I am. There I am. Nope, I don't want to do that. I want to share the show. I'm back at the office, so I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. We should be good on Facebook and everything today. Y'all should be good. Facebook people, you can come back today. You can come back today. But it's gonna be, hey, Darren Barnes, this boy, you picked a good one. I was thinking about Rod Wells. I've been keeping Rod Wells. I didn't know. I looked at the standings in baseball. I didn't know the Astros were in first place now in their division. I didn't know that the Tampa Bay, the Devil Rays, they in first base. I mean, and then I found out that some of the people that spend the most are in the bottom. So it ain't about spending all the time. But I guess the Dodgers just know how to spend money. Y'all, I'm talking a little baseball right now because my main man, he love him some baseball. Is on the feed right now. So Rod Wells. So that was just for Rod Wells. Y'all didn't have to mess around with that. That's for Rod Wells only. But y'all, I can't wait to get this show cranked. This is about to be epic. Uh, I got some stuff, man, that I just want to share. Yeah, I need y'all today, man. See, y'all be playing around with me sometimes. Y'all don't be putting no good comments up there. Y'all don't be giving me no good topics to talk. I mean, I know I got a lot of stuff, but I want to hear from y'all. Cause I got stacks and stacks. But like my partner said, boy, you got the ability. If somebody bring up something else, or somebody send you something else, you'll talk about. Yes, yes, I will. Yes, yes. I like that. I like that. Blue Heaven. Thaddeus Booty is in the building. Uh, hold on, man. It's a funny stuff. Yo, I be getting some fun. You know what? That's why I got different Twitter, for Chop Shop. The Chop Shop Twitter is a lot different. Hold up, y'all. I didn't even mean to do something. It popped up on my screen. I hit the wrong button. Get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of there. I hit the wrong screen. I tried to send it to somewhere. Hold on a second. Yes, I want to send it to. Oh, I'll send it. I'll just wait till later. I'll wait till later. But I'm just sitting here sharing. I'm sharing. When I get to talking like this, do y'all remember when I mentioned something to y'all about why Wimby signed that contract? Y'all remember that? Terrence Foley, you gonna be good today. You gonna be good. Terrence Foley, you better have to learn how to get on YouTube too. But y'all remember when I talked about um, Wimby signing that contract, and everybody talking about he should have waited, and he left some money on the table. And Derek Holcomb, I tried to explain to everybody, no, Wimby, Wimby got that pulmonary embolism problem that Chris Bosh got. Chris Bosh. Malcolm, you better, hey, Malcolm, don't forget now, you got to learn how to get on YouTube also. Because sometimes when I'm at another site, it don't work for YouTube or for Facebook. I'm just letting y'all know. So y'all want, we've been on, and I try to send y'all a message saying come to Facebook, but I mean YouTube, but y'all don't. But Coach Randall, I remember, y'all give me some, give a thumbs up to the show. Don't give it to me. Give a thumbs up to the show. To the show. Uh I y'all remember? Y'all remember? Oh, for you. I know Thad Moody remember. Eric, you remember when I was explaining Wemby's contract? And I was saying, hey man, it's the reason Wemby signed that deal. Y'all thought he left money. People that he left money on the table. Wemby said a bird in the hand is worth the one in the bush. Eric, did you remember that? When people get on that time, he left money on the table. Boy, Chris Bosh said he almost died in January. He said, man, you got to take your meds. You can't miss your medicine. I just want to know, because maybe y'all weren't on the show that day. But I remember we talked about Wemby's contract. When everybody, we talked about Jalen. I had to explain to the people about the extension. There you go. That is Moody said, the extension Wemby got. The extension that Jalen Brunson got. Everybody telling me he left money on the table. It's players out here just who don't understand. Talking about he left money on the table. It's people on these podcasts that y'all be watching talking about he left money. No, he didn't. And I explained it to you. You got to go back and find it. If you know, one of these days I'll do it again. But Wemby, I told y'all, Wemby, Wemby got the same thing that Chris Bosh has. Wemby said, I'm finna sign for this 273 in case I can't play no more. Y'all talking about next year. I'm talking about right now. Y'all feel me? Wemby say, y'all fellas was talking about next year. Old Mr. Wemby talking about right now. I'm just moving some stuff around, y'all. Hold on. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. I'm like the Wizards of Oz. What that man said. Don't look at those people behind that curtain. Wizard. The old wizard told them. Okay. Let's see what else. Oh, I want. I'm just trying to make sure my stuff, because I got somewhere to go after. But y'all remember. Now Chris Bosh coming out talking about his situation. And I got it over here somewhere. He was just talking about he almost died in January. Ladies and gentlemen, just in case you didn't know, that's the problem that Wemby might face at some point. Uh, it's it's just it is what it is, and I'm glad I had a chance to explain it to y'all just a little bit, so y'all know. So where we gonna go? Anybody? Did anybody see something so glaring? Darren Barnes, you've been gone. Did you see something you want to talk about? Anybody? Before I go into did anybody have something they want to share with us? Anybody? Talk to me. Eric Boone, did anything happen over the weekend? Barry McDonald, did anything happen over the weekend? Michael Jordan, where you been? Have anything happened? I know you've been gone. Anything happened in your life that you hadn't been, you hadn't been on the Chop Shop? Because I got some interesting thing. Y'all need to text tag tell some people about this. Somebody gonna need this information today. Y'all, yeah, yeah. Somebody gonna need it. I'm just telling you. I'm not really stalling time. I'm just getting y'all prepared. The WNBA begin the links and the fever. What you want to tell? What about the links and the fever? I didn't see it. All I know that Olivia Miles is the truth. I didn't see it, but I know she wasn't playing no games. I didn't get a chance to see it, but she's unbelievable. I mean, I've talked about her so much on this show. Uh, I didn't think that little girl. I didn't know she was gonna be like that. Because I was kind of pissed at her when she left my homegirl. I love Hannah, and when she left Hannah and Nick and Niall Ivy and went over there to TCU, y'all know how I am about that kind of stuff. Y'all already know. Breaking news. But before somebody put it on the screen, this is the worst kept secret in the world. Drew Holiday has agreed to a contract buyout with the Portland Trail Blazers. He want to get away from that old sorry ass owner, and he intends to sign a veteran minimum deal with the Philadelphia 76ers. Bruh, bruh, hey, y'all know I ain't never talked about LeBron this much on this show. But when everybody else be talking about it, I'm on his side. Everybody talk about it. Hey, y'all already know. I know some people say, I cannot. Chris Walker called me and told me, I can't believe you. I said, dude, let me tell you something. I'm not going to let everybody just keep beating on my brothers like that. I can't do it. Y'all give me 1 second. I can't do it. Can't do it. I can't do it, y'all. In football and started back. They're talking about talking about my nephew, Shadua. I can't let y'all do that. I can't let y'all. Let me see what my girl y'all was talking about. Let's see what y'all talking about. Boy, that little old Cunningham girl is in a little. They tearing her head off. But yes, the links. Feast call you back yet? Let me look. Let me look over here. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, she back. She back. She back. But the young girl still ain't playing with these people though. Livy Mouth. Boy, she dressed up. Sure, when she dressed up, she looked just like a little old boy. Uh, just like a little boy. She dressed up. Let's see this box score. Y'all got me looking at the box score now. What my girl? What my girl? What Caitlin Clark? She had 19 points, 8 of 18 shooting. Uh, Damn, she had 10 assists though. She was a man of 7 though. Damn, Caitlin. Uh, on the feast is back. She had 18, but that youngster wasn't playing. But ladies and gentlemen, let me see where I was at. Let me see. 'Cause y'all ain't got nothing for me. I told y'all about Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday saying, hey, yeah, she looked just like her. And when she dressed up at the All-Star game, looked just like had a little date with her, dressed up just like a little old man. Uh, but you know what? I was sitting there listening to Deion Sanders, one of his new coaches. He got rid of some of the most sorry ass coaches he had. He got some new coaches up there. So I can't wait to get this stuff. Y'all got to know. You know what? I love football, but I don't like what they're doing to us, so I can't just promote it as much. I'm gonna try to do a little bit more. If y'all want to talk about football, you can, and I'll help you. I will not. Um, That man said, "What about Caitlin Clark being in the MVP race? You think she deserved it?" I mean, everybody can be in the race. Hey, just because you're in the race, Jalen Brown was in the race last year. He didn't win. Coach Randall, just because you're in a race don't mean um, she probably what's her numbers? Let me see. I mean, let me look at her numbers. Since you say she's in the race, she's having 21 points, 8 assists, 4 rebounds, and 1 steal. Yes, she got a chance to be in the race, and her team is winning. So if you ask my question, just in case y'all didn't y'all want to question, nah, she in the race. Yeah, yeah. 21, 8, 21 and 8. You in the race. She in the race. Of course. That girl on her team, though. What's that girl that Kelsey Mitchell? She had 37. Oh, goodness. She averaging 24. She in the race. That's a good one. What do you think, Coach Randall? That's a good one. I mean, why we have to put her above her? Why can't it be both of them? Why does it have to be Michael Jordan? Michael Jordan, why does it have to be a zero-sum game? Why instead of Kelsey and her? Why can't it be both of them? I haven't even looked at the MVP race. Who in it? Y'all got me looking at all my computers. Y'all got me looking at all my computers. Wait a minute, WNBA MVP race. Hold up. Show y'all how to do this now. WNBA MVP race. Let's look. Let's see what I got. When the second best player on your team is in it, eh, uh, they one average 24 points. Watch this now. When you get the second best, one averages 21 points a game and 8 assists. One average 24 points and 2 assists. The other one is more the other one is averaging more output and points. Randall. So Asia Wilson, Olivia Miles, Kelsey Mitchell, Paige Beckers, Brianna Stewart on this one list. So she ain't on this list. Tell me what list she on, Doc? She ain't on the list. What list you talking about? Shit, all these lists ain't got her on there. Oh, okay, here go one. Okay, okay. They got Caitlin Clark on this one and Mitchell. They got both of them on. Okay. I got one, got both of them on. All right. I got it for you. I got it for you, coach. But these lists, man, these lists. That's why if y'all already if you know anything about me, you know I don't care about these old sorry ass lists. I got you. I got you. Now you talking about ESPN. Hey, we don't count ESPN as a valuable source. Excuse me. I don't count ESPN all the time as a valuable source for me. I just don't. I just don't. The people they're hiring at ESPN got this MAGA feel to me. So I really don't just me and ESPN ain't just like I used to. Stuart Scott gone. Ry- Ryan Clark gone. I'm hanging on. I'm just hanging on Lewis Riddick. That's the only person. I'm hanging on Lewis Riddick. That's all I got right now. He said both are fine in my opinion. Kelsey has led the team throughout the season and through Clark's absent injuries. Got you. I like that. I like that. I'm with that. I'm glad y'all talking about this women basketball. Because they've been getting a bad eye from everybody else. Everybody else been talking negative about him. I'm glad y'all to see that y'all. But like I said, I was talking. I was watching this, and y'all certain stuff just get to me, and and but I was watching this guy. He said one of Dion's coaches, the defensive coach. He said one of the things we got to do, we got to make sure we identify our best 11 players. No, excuse me. Make sure we identify our best 11, not our best 11, not our 11 best. Let me hit this again because these somebody else's words, but they got to me this morning. He said, make sure we identify the best 11, not our 11 best. I don't need my best 11 players on the field if they're not working together. To all you mamas, all you daddies. Well, he's one of the best players. But what if he's one of the best players, but when I put him with my other 5, he's not working with them? Coach Randall, Coach, I got some stuff for all coaches. Coach, you need to call all your coaches' friends today. Coach, explain that to me. Make sure, we can use basketball, we can use anything now. Make sure we identify the best 11, not our 11 best. I don't need my best 11 players on the field if they are not working together. Yo, that might have didn't hit you on the Chop Shop. I'm trying to identify the best contributors, the best listeners, the best people that's on this feed. I'm trying to identify not the 11 best, but the best 11. I don't need the best 11 people on the screen if they not working together. Wow. Y'all, that was powerful. Y'all, that kind of got to me. That just kind of got to me. Then I'll move on. Y'all, didn't it seem to be about 28 weddings this weekend in the NBA? Uh, and it must be tough to be a cool, down to earth, friendly NBA player because every single player decided to get married this weekend, and you pretty much had to choose which wedding you're going to attend. Did y'all see that? All these weddings. Let me see how many weddings there are. I got a list of weddings somewhere. Did y'all see that? But I know in the NBA, this the time because what? You can get married, go on your vacation, and then back and be back and rest, get ready, and be prepared when camp start. You follow me? You had to choose between Donovan Mitchell wedding, Tyrese Halliburton had a wedding, uh, uh, who else? Kevon Looney had a wedding. Eddie Clay Thompson, Andre Iguodala, Brandon Poole, Jordan Poole, Brandon Podziemski, Damian Lee. Steph didn't come to nobody's wedding. My boy ain't had time to be going nobody where. I heard something. I heard something. Yeah. And Donovan and Coco seem to have the most popular little wedding. You know, everybody trying to be there with. You know what I'm saying? But I was just thinking about. But again, Drew Holiday has agreed to a contract buyout with the Portland Trailblazers, so he can go join the Kang and hit the crew. Man, you know what though? I'm cheering. Hold on. I'm cheering for Philadelphia, man, this year. I can't believe it came out of my mouth. Do y'all know I want Philadelphia to win now? I don't know what's wrong with me. I told y'all, I don't know what's wrong with me. I want Philadelphia to win now. I'm gonna watch every game. NCAA doing some crazy stuff. Y'all, it's it's a fluid situation, so I don't want to explain one thing to you. Everybody talking about, well, all 50 guys, all the guys in 2022 can play. Hold your horses. Sonya, what's up? Happy birthday, Sonya mama. But uh I tell y'all one thing. Something else I saw. Y'all see, I asked y'all what y'all saw. These things I saw over the weekend. I'm just giving you, before I get into I just giving y'all things I saw over the weekend. And if y'all got something y'all want to talk about, just put it up on the screen. I get it. But I saw where Jamel Hill was giving her thoughts. Y'all better leave this girl alone, all you people online. Was giving her thoughts on something sports related. Uh oh, it stopped. I cannot believe it. Uh, I love y'all. I gotta do some housekeeping over here. Because it stopped on my feed. And I'm getting sick of this mess. I'm getting sick of y'all. I'm getting sick of tired. But these people mess with Jamel Hill. They better leave this girl alone. Cause she said something that was real. She got to share with y'all. She said she was giving her thought on some sports related on threads, and this dude responded to her and said, "You out here sending random strays is why you on threads with me and not on ESPN." Jamil Hill, minding her business, making a post about something sports related. And some guy sent her some, sent her something and said, "You sending random strays to make a point is why you on threads with me and not on ESPN." Did y'all hear that? She responded by saying, "Only one of us is paid to give their opinion, and it's me. What you think I failed at wasn't even possible for you." Y'all better watch what y'all putting on these people's feed. You better watch the comments these people. See, I wouldn't do, the people put all these comments on. Did y'all hear what I said? What you think I failed at wasn't even impossible. Excuse me. Wasn't even possible for your ass. What you think I failed at Bruh, you can't even think about them. That's powerful. Yeah. I got to put y'all in the helicopter with me, cause right now y'all ain't in the helicopter. Y'all ain't in the helicopter. Y'all ain't in the helicopter. Y'all sitting there saying, and then I tried to tell you guys for how many years uh, about this little young quarterback played at Jackson State. But Robert, why is it Jackson State? Robert, if he's so good, why at Jackson State? That is Moody. If he was so good, why is it? Why is it? His daddy coached at Jackson State. But I've been trying to tell y'all this about this kid. Y'all watch this. Watch this. Watch this.
I'm so locked in on this year that I don't think about the years in the prior or live in the past because that don't benefit or help me get to my goal or the team get to our goal as a team. So it's like nothing matters to me if it is not helping us win.
Look at every practice kind of like as a race between you and Deshaun, and we're judging who's ahead, who's behind. Jim, do you do that?
We just gotta get the next question. I answered this question 1,000 times. We focus on ourselves and what we do and what we need to do to get better each and every day. So that's just something y'all think about and y'all care about.
Monday is the first time the pads will come on. How much are you looking forward to that, and how do you think things will be different for you once that happens?
I live in the present, so I'm looking forward to practice today, and then after that, then I could think. I'm so locked in on this year that I don't think about the years in the prior.
Man, I'm just sitting here watching this young fella, man. And I'm watching him. They're asking him questions. They trying to. But I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about that. Watch he sit down and talk to somebody who respect him. Those two, that was Mary Kay Cabot and that other little Tony. These two white people that really just, I don't know why they don't like this little boy. But watch this one.
And what do you think that needs to be for you to kind of up your game, get to autopilot?
Well, I'll say I time slot every one of my hours. I don't waste minutes in my day. Every day, is important, and every day, you either adding to your goal or getting farther away from it. So, all I do, strict sleep schedule, strict communication schedule. Like it's a lot of sacrifices I would say I made because of what I want to be able to bring to this team and what I want to do for this community and this whole program.
And what do you think that needs to be for you to kind of up your game, get to autopilot?
And they can't stand it, Lori. They can't stand it. Then they're going to try to ask him about Deshaun.
How would you assess the way the competition is going with you and Deshaun?
I don't think I'm a judge. I think the way how y'all look at things is different than how we look at things. We look at coming to practice every day, being the best player we can be as an individual and as a good teammate. Y'all look at it as like a competition.
When you have a head coach that's not afraid to set expectations.
Seems like something familiar I was used to. It seems like a guy that I'm real familiar with.
Do you plan on hosting a workout prior to training camp with teammates, or are you going to attend Deshaun's?
What do you mean attend Deshaun's?
I think he's having a workout.
I just think that was just a question to try to start something, honestly. I think we're a team. If one of us chooses to do something, we all going to do it together as a team. It's not no individual thing.
How would you assess?
Y'all see what he's trying to do? Y'all see what they're trying to do? See, I'm watching it, y'all. Because y'all got to understand. When everybody else didn't think he was going to be a great quarterback, I did. When everybody, oh my goodness, shut up. But when everybody else thought he wasn't going, let me put do not disturb on there, y'all. Y'all, they finna, I hate to do that. I never put do not disturb on my phone. But y'all about to disturb me. I don't even know where the button is. All right, folks. Yeah, do not disturb me. All right. All right. I guess you can text. I don't know. I ain't never put it on do not disturb. Um, Let me make sure something's okay. But I sit here and watch this kid, and I sit here and watch. I looked at the stats, right? They got a little stat tracker that they was using during the camp, right? Shadurin threw 91 passes and connected on 64 of them with 4 touchdowns and 1 interception. Deshaun, I wish I can put the picture up there for y'all. Deshaun, because I won't have threw 90 passes, 58 of them completed, 3 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. Deshaun got 6 interceptions. Shadur got 1. Dylan Gabriel attempted 46 passes, connected on 33 of them. He got 3 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. Ladies and gentlemen, if Shadur had been in them bottom 2 right there, this little wench right here, where's she at? Hold up. Where's she at? She always got something to say. Can y'all see that? Let me make it bigger. This the one who always talking nigga. Why Deshaun Watson isn't worried about his half a dozen interceptions? That was she tweeted. And then y'all the homeboy. Deshaun Watson just want to play football after everyone wrote him off following his double Achilles tear. Because Deshaun is getting grace. And I want him to get grace. I ain't going to tear his head off. But I'm just showing you how biased these people are against this little boy. Yeah, I'm sorry. I did. She just make me so mad. Just look her up. Somebody do me a favor and just look up the history of her since Shadur been there. This woman right here. Mary Kate Cabot. Just somebody go look at, then you know what I'm talking about. She been tearing this little boy head off. They got, why is his daddy coming to practice? First of all, he played in the league. He's one of the best players in the world, right? He was the quarterback's coach. He was the guy who he going to see. He was his coach. Coaches come to practices all the time when they have time. So why he can't come? Yeah, I'm not going. I'm sorry. I'm not just gonna let him do certain things to us because I was listening to something the other day. Listening to something. And guess what? I want to share with y'all, and I want y'all to give me your opinions. Okay? There's such a gap between who I know black people to be and who I know black children to be and who schools know them to be. All our kids headed back to school. Ain't school in today? All our kids headed back to school. But when I was saying, it was just something is wrong here. And it ain't the kids. Let me repeat that so y'all get it right. There is such a gap between who I know black people to be and who I know black children to be. And who the schools that they're going to, they know them to be. And something is wrong. Belinda, what? And it's not the kids. So if you study systems to make sense of how and why that we got to this place, because it's such a big gap. Such a big gap. Because the gap forecloses on possibilities. The way you approach somebody that is at risk is different from the way you approach somebody who's at promise. The teacher was telling a story about he's a high school teacher, and he would go into the teacher's lounge. And that is where they vent and talk. Y'all, I didn't know what the teacher's lounge for. I just know we couldn't go in there when I was little. I didn't even think about it. But they go in there where they can vent and talk about stuff. They would be like, Jamal, man, F Jamal. Jamal whooped my behind in first period. This kid in this class. And then another one jumped up and said, I got Jamal in the third period. And they always telling these stories about how effed up Jamal is. And then some teachers who've been there for 30 years said, I told Jamal's mom, and she ain't SHIT either. All this going on in the lounge. And suddenly, all of these conversations are happening about Jamal. And then there's a teacher that says, I like Jamal. And she see talent in Jamal. A teacher who hasn't met Jamal yet. But before you even meet Jamal, the story of Jamal is being told in the break room. And so if you haven't been influenced by that, you can maybe approach Jamal as someone that can learn. Or should I approach Jamal as, look, you stay in your seat. Don't you get up. Don't you fight. You approach him as a problem, teachers. So if you approach him as a problem, then he is a problem. Are y'all feeling me? School and the world have scripts for somebody who look like me and you, Lori. Black boys, black girls, about who and what we are. And that's that question. That's the boys' question in 1903. The souls of black folks. W.B. Du Bois. Du Bois, I'm sorry. In this book, it said, how do you feel to be the problem, to be a problem? Ladies and gentlemen, we begin as a problem. And the framework is that we are a problem. So, and politically, we are framed as a problem. The 20 Project 2025. As soon as we get in office, we immediately go lay off 300,000 black women, and the total right now is 1 million black people that got laid off since April. The framework is that we are the problem. Politically, we are the problem. What do we do with these people, they say? See, y'all have been studying this. There's always something to be solved. We are the thing that's to be solved, are mastered, are controlled, are dominated. Of that, this is the framework. We always, if they come from this framework, we gonna always be behind the 8 ball. That's why them people attacking this boy. Then they'll be nice to the other one just so they can attack the other one. They can be nice to Deshaun. Now, they used to attack him. Now they can be nice to him so they can attack him. The life of the mind. The reason I pursue academic ideas is I wish one day I can destruct this system, these narratives, these frameworks. I was thinking over the weekend, I'm sitting there thinking. Because somebody was calling me, was talking about our young players. They give basketball, they give football, they all. And their whole identity is caught up in their prowess in sports. If I'm good, I ball, I get to call Mr. Hatter gonna talk about me on the Chop Shop. Got to get, we got to get better at loving yourself for other things that you do in your life. So if one thing is taken away from you, you always have yourself. I was thinking about Cristiano Ronaldo. He's played in 6 World Cups, have scored more international goals than any other player in soccer history. Ladies and gentlemen, this year he turned 41 years old when his team got defeated. Then he confirmed that he's retiring. The dream, listen, my young people out here, parents, friends, coaches, the dream he pursued, coaches, you can give this to your kids today. The dream he pursued his entire career will never be achieved. Dr. Jim Lohr, a sports psychologist who studies elite athletes, concluding that the most significant moment in an athlete's life is not the victory, but the moment the moment in the athlete's life is not the victory, but the moment that he recognized that the goal that he had pursued his entire life will never be achieved. Young boys who got in the transfer portal and nobody else bid on them, so they ain't. What they gonna do? How you think they feeling? It's a wake-up call with no snooze button. When you find out, what are you going after? You're never going to get it. What this man been trying to win this World Cup? He never gonna get it. Got a private jet, got all the money in the world, got the beautiful wife, the beautiful family. Then he found out if this thing he been going after his whole life, he's never gonna get. It's a sober reality. It's a bitter pill to find out that you're a woman, to find out that your womb is barren. Your first choice school has been declined. You wanted to go to Howard. Howard, they won't let you in. 500 students, they dropped because they didn't pay. And they won't put you on a waiting list. The person who you absolutely adored only see you as a friend. That being thin is not in your DNA. Having millions isn't a milestone that you'll ever cross. And moving abroad is not about to happen for you. All the things you wanted, then you find out it ain't gonna happen. Dr. Carol Oglesby, she found that athletes who retire without developing identity outside of their sport, I'm talking to somebody right now, deal with a higher levels of depression. You put all your eggs in one basket and you forgot that life will scramble you hard. But you are not over easy. Sometimes things just open up in your life. Sometimes it just change. Things just open up in your life. Some of us are not in the field that you're trained for right now. You're not in the position that you dreamed about, some people right now. Things just happen for you that you didn't even think about yourself. But then I think this Cristiano Ronaldo never failed to pursue his goal now. Don't get it twisted. This ain't amazing. This ain't no message for everybody. Quiet. Ain't nobody that said nothing. This not a message for lazy people. Dad Moody. This is a message for people who are industrious. Those who have drive. Those who have goals and you're trying to meet. This for my next generation I'm talking to right now. Ronaldo spends $1 million a year on just diet and training. Where do you think LeBron got it from? LeBron owned one of them soccer teams over there. $1 million a year on diet and training. He kicked 523 goals for Portugal. Made it to the World Cup 6 times. And have never accomplished the prize. He got caught. I'm gonna need you to lean in because I got to hold your hand for this. I need y'all to lean into your device. He got caught. He got caught in the gap between achievement and fulfillment. Boy, I needed this. I needed this. I needed this 30 years ago, 40 years ago. Many of us have achievement but no fulfillment. You got a car, but you have no drive. You got a house, but you don't have a home. Have I hit anybody yet? You got a job, but you have no joy. I'm gonna hit you one. You're in a relationship, but you don't feel like it's a real friendship. Ladies and gentlemen, my young people out there, when people telling me your mind is going through a whole lot of crazy stuff when you don't make your college team, you don't get no offer, you feel like a failure. My wish is for you that you fulfill in every area of your life. And if you live long enough, you will discover your check won't do it. Money won't do it. I'm telling you, I know a lot of people with a lot of money. Certificates on the wall won't do it. What I learned over the last 2 or 3 months is there's a word that this generation does not know how to pronounce. There's a word that has never gone trending on TikTok or Instagram. Some of y'all would think it's a Greek word or Hebrew or Aramaic, but it's English. That word is contentment. Contentment. Being content wherever you at. There's no greater freedom than not needing nothing from nobody. No greater freedom. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all got to realize when I be so thinking about the principals. I was thinking about the teachers, and I went to some elementary schools this weekend, talking and doing things with teachers. And I was thinking about something. I saw this last night. And the guy said, I don't know if there is going to be a major in college with a higher smoking hot per capita quotient than the influencer major at Arizona State. They got an influence major at Arizona State University. Influencer. You don't know what influencer? Look it up. And I don't know if there's going to be a major. Y'all, first of all, Arizona State, if you ain't never been there, the co-eds are flat, straight out beautiful. A lot of people go there, especially the athletes and the guys go there because the pretty girls at Arizona State. Now they got a major, an influencing major, influencer. It's gonna have a bunch of athletes in the class too now. Partially because they want to major in it, and partially they want to be there. They just want to be there. But this is what's wild to me about this major. It's a major. It's what's going on in America. As soon as I give you this, I got Joe for you. It's a major. It's a major that is intended literally to teach you how not to get a job. People talking about liberal arts majors, talking about, like, you ain't get no job. Like, but you can go get a job with a liberal arts major. There are a lot of people that got a job with that degree. But the point, have y'all heard this? I'm the only one who heard it. The point of being an influencer is not to get a job. It's a scam major, by the way. Because at some point, you're going to need to get a job. At some point, you got to. It ain't that many people making money from this. Y'all think it is. It's a finite amount. I'm around that industry that are going to be making good money. And after that, you need to go get a job. I wish you would come in me and tell me you got a bachelor's degree in selfish studies. Do y'all see what we going up against? Is school back in yet? Hold up. School back in yet? Hold up.
Yeah, woo. 713 call Joe. If you been injured, Joe Steven Law Firm. Woo. 713 call Joe. Car wreck, truck wreck, let Joe confirm. 713 call Joe. Need a pro on the K, let Joe take over. Woo.
What's up, Houston? This is attorney Joe Stevens. I'm a former Houston Rocket with over 20 years of experience in the insurance industry and a decade of experience in the courtroom. I know how insurance companies operate, and I know how to fight back.
713 call Joe. 713 call Joe.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Current Reed on the NCAA eligibility chaos. I ain't gonna lie, I've been reading too much on it, and it's kind of weird. The judge came out and said one thing, then she came back and said, look here, I didn't even look at it like that. I mean, it's a hot mess. But players in the class of 2022 who would have eligibility under the five rules are eligible. You want to rejoin your previous school? You can, they said, contingent on there being room for you. And if you left, I found out, if you left and your grades wasn't right, you know how you leave and then your grades, you can't. They said if you need to transfer, you wait for the winter portal and join the team in the spring, or if transferring as a grad student, which many of these players will be, you can either enter now, beginning of the academic year, because the academic year hadn't came up. But one mid-major coach, somebody said, I don't know, somebody said this. I don't know if he said it or not, but I'm just tell you how some people might be thinking about it. Everyone has to understand that life isn't always fair, and every class isn't going to be the exact same circumstances. At some point, we have to draw a line. We gave COVID impacted athletes an extra year for a very special reason. That doesn't mean we are keeping extended eligibility time every time the next class feels like they got a raw deal. What about the high school kids waiting for their opportunities? College athletics has to keep moving forward. At some point, it's time to update that LinkedIn and stop updating your huddle. kind of like that. Um, then I saw this unique thing. Oh, wait. I saw this. I think Jimmy liked it or something. That's how I saw it. But it was from some guy. He said, oh, now I understand. First, I didn't understand. Y'all still there? Let me see. Is anybody still? Hold up. Let me see. Y'all still there? Yeah, y'all still there. Okay. The guy said 5 players, 1 coach, $37.60. Then he said a youth basketball system missing the boat. Mike, watch this, Mike. And I didn't know what it was, Mike, but I saw these people. When they put that up there, it clicked. These the little kids and the coach, the basketball team, that got stopped and accused of stealing $37.60 during an AAU tournament, summer basketball tournament. Uh, somebody said something is wrong. If that had to happen, something is wrong. Then some guy said, man, I recently attended a major circuit basketball tournament, and I walked away asking one question. Are we still developing young people? Or are we simply selling them exposure? Parents were charged $106 to watch 3 guaranteed games. 3 games for $106. He said, I expected courtside seating, unlimited nachos, and at least one coach willing to explain to me why nobody's boxing out. Families flew from across the country. They paid for airfare, rental cars, food, uniforms, team fees, and admission. Why? Because they believe a child might be seen. They believe that one good weekend could lead to a scholarship. They are not just buying a ticket, they're buying hope. Ladies and gentlemen, share this show. I hope it's easy to sell to parents who love their children. I love mine. During that same stretch of basketball in Florida, 5 teenage players were arrested after authorities said they stole $37.60 worth of food and drinks from 7-Eleven. Their coach was also arrested after the investigators said he lied to protect them. I don't know why they stole. Maybe they were hungry, this guy said. Maybe they lacked money. Maybe they simply made a terrible decision. Stealing was wrong regardless. But when a team travels cross country and the trip ends with 5 players and the coach arrested for less than $40 worth of food, we should ask some uncomfortable questions. Boom, boom, room. Dad is Moody. Where you at? Michael Jordan. Eric Harris. Where were the adults? Ladies and gentlemen, I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I didn't want to go to all them trips my son went on. But I just ain't nobody gonna take care of your baby like you can. Ain't nobody gonna take care of him like you. I told y'all the story. I don't know what made me. I just got this spirit. I don't know what it is. I was staying in another hotel. The team was staying in another. But I was paying for everything. But that's where the boys wanted to stay. So instead of being on the strip, gambling and hanging out with my partners, I said, man, let me just ride over to this hotel. I rode over to the hotel in my rental car, just sitting down there. Sean, I'm just sitting down. Coach Randall, I'm just sitting in the car, lean back. Two of my players walk in with a girl. Two of my best players. I get out the car. They see me. Kept walking. I gave them a few minutes. I went up and knocked on the door. I could have stopped them, but I would have never known what they were going to do. I gave them a minute. I went up. I had keys to every room. I knocked on the door. The youngest one opened the door with his shirt off. The girl sitting over there on the bed like, I'm finna break these two little dudes. I mean, that's how she had so much beautiful little girl now. I said, little girl, if you don't get your little ass, you don't get out of here right now. Calling your mama, I'm calling your mom and dad, and I'm calling your grandma. Miss Al, don't call me, he gonna kill me. I said, you might as well get ready to die. What are y'all doing? Do y'all know who name these rooms are under? They're mine. If anything happened in this room, they gonna blame me. I'm hot. So I'm going looking for my son. Where his little ass at? I'm riding around. I saw him walking by himself. He the youngest one. He by himself. How the hell y'all leave? I said, man, what? Dad, I don't know nothing. I ain't seen nothing. I don't know nothing. If you don't get your little ass back in that room, you gonna have to come back down here and stay with me. I round everybody up and gave him the riot act. But what I was pissed off, the coaches wasn't nowhere around. I'm nowhere around. Y'all can't. I know y'all got to figure it out. I know y'all in Vegas and y'all grown and y'all want to gamble, y'all want to mess with girls. I understand that. But somebody got to keep a watch on them boys. Where were the adults? Where were the players properly supervised? What's up, Trey? Did they have money to eat? In this case, I never forget. Boy, I love. Boy, I had a great parent, grandma. Soon as she get to the city, we get to the city. Mr. Hatter, I'm going to Walmart. I got you. Love that woman to death. Boy, let me tell you something. Love her to death. She go make sure healthy snacks, food and fruit, drinks and water in every last one of the rooms so they can never talk about ever they hungry. Soon as matter of fact, if she beat us there, it's already ready in the rooms. Did these kids have money to eat? What kind of leadership and character development take place before they ever boarded a plane? Michael said, is it peer pressure? Is it for clout? Is it because they felt entitled to something for free to steal? I don't know. I don't know. He said, I caught my players on the strip too. Them females out there going crazy. Yeah, absolutely. Boy, them boys there get them, they had them little cars. They be calling the women on them cars and pooling their little money together, man. And man said the kids last week in Orlando were out till 4 a.m. in Orlando. Ribbon or robbing the 7-Eleven. We spend thousands to get the players to this tournament. Y'all explain this to me. We buy the uniforms. We create highlight videos. So Gary Carter and Extra Eyes Media and all of these guys can get your video. We promote them. We rank them. We offer them. They get offers. They get exposure. But are we taking care of the young people underneath the jerseys? Yeah, they was with the coach. Trey, quit trying to talk yo, this stuff real. The incident should not be used to condemn every coach and every player and every circuit, but it should wake us up. Basketball development without character development is a not complete development, y'all. I know y'all love kissing these dudes, but he can hoop. I know it's some ass kissers in this city. They ain't got too much behind the kiss right now because they ain't no great players. But once we get one, just watch them. And what concerned me almost as much as the prices was the basketball itself, the man said. He said many teams have one or two players that were determined to promote. They were determined to promote. Everyone else appeared to be supporting cast. Give the star the ball, clear out, let him shoot again, record it, post it, repeat. Said one player could force 17 bad shots without being corrected. Another player could take one wide open shot, miss it, and immediately get pulled. That's not accountability. That's favoritism. Wearing a coaching polo does not develop basketball IQ. It teaches players that certain people are allowed to make mistakes while everybody else plays scared. Y'all if the man's wrong, y'all tell me. Y'all, if the man wrong, I ain't said nothing wrong yet. He ain't said nothing wrong yet, so I ain't saying. But if y'all feel he wrong, y'all tell me. It's okay. Share the show. Text tag, tell somebody they need to be on this show right now. Basketball IQ is understanding why the game works, why spacing matters. I've been talking about it on the show for years. Why the extra pass matter, why we box out, why we help defensively, why the correct decision is still correct even when the shot does not go in. People do not magically learn these things. Somebody has to teach them. Too many teams. Y'all, I call the games in the swag. And I ain't trying to say these dudes couldn't survive playing against guys like us. Somebody got to teach them. Too many teams are no longer teaching players how to play. They're teaching players how to audition. Basketball has become one player conducting a personal trial while four teammates happen to be wearing the same jersey. The selfishness runs from the top to the bottom. The circuit protects the money. The organization protects the brand. The coach protects his reputation. The player protects his highlights. The parent protects the image of their child as the star. Everyone is building a platform. But Michael Jordan, I know you said that's a long read, but who is building the person? I told you, somebody called me the other day, said, man, I know several of dudes said, if you hadn't talked them off a ledge when they got put in the portal, they didn't know what they were gonna do. I said, dude, we got a plan. Just because he didn't want you, forget him. We ain't even mad at him. We ain't talking about the coach, the last coach. This man said, I'm not a prophet. I'm simply pointing out that 1 + 2 = 2. He said, when I asked the coach whether my son truly fits in his system, he said, I'm not being a problem parent. I'm being a responsible parent. Do my son fit in your system? Hey, Trey, ain't that a fair question? You're a basketball coach, Randall. Is that a fair question? Who else on here done coached before? Thad Moody. Son, is that a fact? Darryl Barnes, is that a fair question? Is that a fair question? Michael Jordan, is that a fair coach? Do my son fit in this system? How do you plan on using it? I ain't gonna lie. I ain't never asked that question before. To know, coach. I ain't never asked it. But I think it's fair. I promise you, I ain't never asked no coach that. Never. Never. Ever, ever, ever. Y'all don't understand. My son be watching this show. He know. He said, Daddy, you be telling all my business. How do you plan to use him? What position do you see him playing? What will you help him develop? Parents. Now listen, I would ask that, but I didn't. I already knew what I wanted him to do. I already had my own plan. But if you ain't got your own plan, what hey, what you gonna do to help? What you think his weakness is? Does your offense actually fit him? Them fair questions to me, man. He said, an honest parent can be a blessing to a coach. But honesty must go both ways. Do not tell a family their son fit in your simply because he's tall. This man is preaching, strong, or athletic. Do not promise a role you never intended to give. Now, I'm with that one. Where my coaches at? Where my coaches at? If a coach cannot clearly explain his own system, the problem may not be the parents asking questions. The coach may simply be just collecting talent instead of building a team. Where my coaches at? I wish somebody call a coach for me. This man said, now let me be honest about myself. Would I still take my child to the circuit event? He said, hey, yes, I'm going to take him. Would I still spend that money if I believe it might create an opportunity? He said, probably. He said, that is the tensions parents live in. I see why these parents be mad, y'all. That's why I don't get mad at the PGWs no more. These people be lying. Coach said, I think it's a slippery slope. Some parents will hold your feet to the fire and their player doesn't do the things that coach thought he saw him doing. But things change, coach. But you got to let them know that. That's not a slippery slope. Hey, look, if he ain't playing the way he was, he said, we may believe part of the systems are wrong and still participate because we do not want our children to be overlooked. Y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all, but I never forget, man. I have to go back because y'all have to give. I got a story, and I can tell I can't tell nobody else's story, but I never forget. It's called the Quillen Center. It's over there off the Beltway, and that's the first little league I put my son in. Boy, he had could play dead or the Tarzan boy. But he was having fun, man, because he was fast. He could steal the ball, but he'd go back there and turn the thing back on. Y'all was the funniest thing in the world. And then he started liking it. Then he messed around, came home and said, Dad, I don't want nobody to call me sorry. I want to learn how to play the game. Man, I'm telling you. But participation does not mean approval. Some people just letting the kid play on your team. He said, I can enter the system while teaching my child not to let the sense system enter him. Ooh. I can tell my son, we are here because we are pursuing an opportunity. But that does not mean everything happen around us is right. College coach must also accept responsibility, said college coaches. When most recruiting happens at expensive national events, families begin to believe that there is no other path. That's the parent's fault to me, parent. There's always a path. Talent should not be invisible because a family cannot afford flights, hotels, admission, and tournament fees. We need to do more regional tournaments. They got 1,000,000 tournaments. Y'all, they had a tournament this weekend. I don't know what the age group. They had a tournament this weekend. Somebody text, what somebody, he posted it. Tell me wasn't nobody there. And I asked him. I said, what kind of, I should have asked him what kind of tournament. It was a tournament this weekend. Why y'all messing with this? It's school, ain't it almost time for school? Why kids in tournaments on the weekend gotta go to school? More evaluation through full game film. More college coaches willing to visit ordinary gyms instead of only following the largest brands? I don't know. College coaches looking for the talent, man. If your kid is talented, they smart enough to know that the larger brand's gonna go get your kid. You can't trick the coaches now. Exposure should not belong to only the families who can purchase it. Why not? I'm telling you what he's saying. We should remember that discipline still wins. Yes. Every every postseason, a smaller and less athletic team advanced farther than expected. Why? I think it was Keepity. It was somewhere. Somebody. I mean, I forgot what he said. Hold on. Let me look at my text. Cause I just what a tournaments for now. Unless it's just little Junebug, little middle school tournaments. Yeah, okay. All right. But I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. What was I looking for? Oh, looking for the text. Are y'all feeling me? Y'all can talk back to me. Oh, somebody. Oh, good. I forgot. I've been on Do Not Disturb. Ain't nobody been. Uh, Somebody said a new law concerning THC for state of Texas. These young athletes will get caught up. They have been able to get away with it for years and may not be ready for the penalties. Oh my goodness. Let me find this man number. What did coach? Okay, coach said. I said, coach. I said, what is? I asked him. I said, man, I saw your post. What game were you at? There was a small amount of fans. Talking about not a fans was there. I said, what is a grassroots tournament? He said, honestly, prices was was all that bad, $30 a weekend. I guess $30 for the weekend. Um, he said some dude gave it. 8 a.m. games have to be banned. Uh, went and won the primetime nationals. Had my assistant. These people still playing basketball, man. These people still playing basketball. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to go over there for a minute. Had to go over to my. This guy said, "Oh yeah, it is long." But what we doing, man? What we doing? You know, like I was thinking about how it bothers me that um, everyone else. It bothers me that it bothers everyone else that LeBron was taking his time making his decision. Y'all might not wasn't feeling these questions, but they was calling me every day. Man, Robert, wait now, wait now. Now it bothers me that everybody else is bothering everybody else that he chose Philly. What I found out, there is nothing that LeBron James does that's okay. Now I see it because I was blinded because I used to just I got tired of the Bron sexuals. I got tired of the guy, the Bron. Mr. Had a long time no see. Oh, what's up? Man, what's up there, Archie? Appreciate you. Great videos too, Archie. Archie, thank you uh, for videoing the No Excuse Program. Got the chance to see a couple of people. I wish I had the schedule. I would have want. It's a couple of teams I would have liked to watch. Uh, Got to do a better job of putting that schedule out and the top matchups and matchup. Got to do a better job at that. Uh, if it was given to me, I would have shared it on the show, but wasn't given to me. I was thinking of LeBron, Archie. Like, talking to people, and it just seemed to me that people would have been okay if he would have went to Brooklyn. Go to Brooklyn for what? See, the reason he had to be strategic about this thing, he is the only player in the NBA right now whose legacy, as far as being the greatest of all time conversation, he the only one. And it's built and based on rings. And y'all, even the people on this feed are the ring talking about people. James Harden ain't nothing. He ain't got no ring. He ain't this. He ain't got no ring. If you ain't got no rings, you ain't got no thing. If you ain't no thing, there ain't no thing if you ain't got no rings. Y'all know y'all are. So why would he not position himself to win more? All he doing is ring chasing. Charles Barkley. Dude's Julius Erving. If he would have signed with Cleveland, it would have been, he just returning to Cleveland. Him going to Philly, the immediate reaction was, here he go again, chasing another ring. Yo, I used to let y'all blind me with that. The dude is 41 years old. He don't have people come to him. He got to go to them to get a ring. 41. I applaud him to put himself in a position to be the NBA champion again. It's going to be hard. Then Kevin Durant on it running his mouth, trying to compare to what LeBron did. They were talking about me going there with three, and made three 20-point scores. LeBron got 4 20-point scores. Shut up, man. Your sorry ass. Excuse me, y'all. On paper, Philly is a dangerous team. But last time I checked, LeBron was the best player on the floor in a playoff series victory. 2026, just passed, against the Houston Rockets. So he still got it. Philly will need him. It's not like when Tracy McGrady, went to the Spurs and was sitting on the bench. This ain't like that. But I think about it, everything LeBron does is done strategic. I'm just watching, y'all. I'm just watching. That's why this decision, it took a minute. He sit back and took 21 days. He said, I could go back to Miami and BX. I can go back to Golden State and BX. I can go to Cleveland. For me, I think he made the right decision, Archie. I don't need Joel to go, because people talking about Joel. I don't need Joel to play but 50 games. That's all. Because this ass going to fall down 50 times. Maybe 52. Maybe 100. With 50 games, he going to fall down 2 or 3 times a game. Every time he fall down, I be scared he going to get hurt. And I'm not into the big three, the big duo, and that doesn't reflect what. Think about it. Look what happened in Phoenix. Brad Beal, Kevin Durant, Devin Booker. You know what? All them guys on Phoenix team, they did the same thing. You had three guys that all they want to do is score. But when Philly, you have guys that can score, guys that can facilitate, guys that can defend, guys that can post up. And then Drew Holiday said, "Buy me out so I can get on the next plane to Philly." Drew Holiday know what's happening. Drew Holiday, y'all got released. I mean, gonna get a buyout. That cheap ass owner up there. Uh, Make sure you dot every T and cross every I, because that owner gonna try to beat you out of something up there, Drew. I don't like that new owner. They just let anybody damn buy a team. Getting so desperate to sell these teams, to get somebody to buy the teams. I mean, but Philly, it gives you an array of offensive talent. I ain't gonna lie. I apologize for everything I ever said about LeBron. Because all I was saying I was against anything because I didn't want I didn't, Chris Walker used to talk about him too much. Man, I appreciate him. Because I understand it's close to the end. I I go back and appreciate it. I've been pissed off ever since he blew, because I was with him when they were playing when Dallas beat them. But I had friends on both teams, so Sean Marion on that, but D Jones on this team. So, but when he just let JJ Barrell just body him and push him around, I ain't gonna lie, I got a little pissed off at LeBron. Then I'm gonna just tell you, I can tell you, I was mad. What I like about this Philly team, everyone is not the same position. Everyone don't bring the same thing to the table. It's kind of dangerous. Kind of dangerous. Before I go, hey, some schools started today. If anybody, when did school start in Houston? Some people, some districts started today. Some people started another time. But, ladies and gentlemen, you know what I want to do right now for these last 15 minutes? I want to give a word of encouragement to our principals of these schools. Met a few of them the other day. I never thought about the principals all my life. I never thought about the job as the principal. Never thought about them. When I grew up, all the principal was a dude who wanted to whoop me. I didn't understand its value. I didn't understand it. I had never, but the principals. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a word of encouragement to the principals. Realize you have a tremendous gift. The teachers in school, the teachers are working. Answer, hey, but principals. Ray Moore, probably at school right now. Realize you have a tremendous gift. You have the opportunity to set the stage for excellence, and you have the power to do so. Make sure that you spread your gift and your power wide for our students and our families and our communities. Tell you the truth, I didn't know how important you were, principal, when I was young. Our community and our kids and our families deserve it, and so do you. So the message to all principals, thank you. We see you, we value you, we appreciate you. The Chop Shop family appreciates you. I really do, man. I was thinking about them. Somebody was just sitting there and just telling me the functions and the value of the principles and what they got to do. Man, I listen. I got a new respect for them because you know, ladies and gentlemen, this chop shop was derived. The reason it's called a chop shop, like we chopping it up in the barber shop. We chopping it up in the nail shop. We just talking. We'll chop you up too now sometime. But education is a partnership. Uh, and it will not be effective without parents' participation. Data has shown that students do better when parents are involved. I know they got tired of me coming over to the school. This is radical. It's revolutionary. But I want you to try this, parents. Watch this. Go over the homework with your children. Even if you don't understand it, have them teach it to you. Try to implement this week. Have a no cell phone rule at dinner. Y'all just missed what I said. I know y'all just missed what I said. Let me drink. Let me drink. I'm sorry. Have a no. This start a new year. Have a no cell phone rule at dinner. And I'm pleading on behalf of Tuskegee University. I'm pleading. Don't go up to your children's schools wearing bonnets and pajamas. Make yourself presentable because you are representing your number one client, which is your child. Y'all mad at me yet? All of our kids have college potential, and it's college material. Ladies and gentlemen, this chop shop space, this is a safe space. We in a safe space. I don't want you to be the Negro families that just show up for graduation, but don't show up for PTA. I didn't like it either, but I was there. Y'all ain't gonna lie. Anytime they said be somewhere, but my son, I'm there. My daughter didn't graduate so many damn times. Ask her, bam, 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 bam. When she was in school, bam, bam, bam. Everything. Don't just show up for graduation. Show up for the PTA. If they're recommended that your child get tested, please let them test it. Let them get tested. Make every investment for your child to have a running head start. See, you have no experience to know what's happening inside of your child's mind. So let these professionals handle that. Y'all got me? Y'all got me? Don't be mad at me. I just love these kids, man. And I was just thinking about something. This documentary just can't get out of my head. Uh, interesting documentary. That man said flip flops as well. It was a homeless man in California. Did y'all see it? Homeless man in California was given $100,000 with no strings attached. When they gave him the $100,000, he immediately changed his life. He moved into a motel, then moved into an apartment. Finally find some stability in life. But after 6 months, the whole $100,000 was blown. He was living back under the bridge. Y'all notice I'm giving all this information right before we kids go back to school. It's by design. The documentary concluded where King Sticks at. That money can create opportunities, but without management and advisement, you will end up in exactly the same space. It kind of blew me up. It kind of got me a little bit, y'all. It kind of got me. And my young people, just because you don't make a basketball team, just because you said you got in the transfer portal and you didn't get picked up, it don't mean you are a failure. Let's see. Anybody got anything else before we get out of here today? That was good. Let me look. Let me see. Let me see what they got. Let me see what they got. Let me see what they got, y'all. I might have something for you. I might have something. They always trying to bring me something. They always trying to bring me something. That's right. The baseball getting to the trade deadline, so everybody talking about the trades, but it's football season. Uh, what I'm gonna do? I'm going to. I'm gonna pay a little bit more attention. Because of Shador. If it wasn't for Shador, I wouldn't. Well, I'm gonna pay a little bit more attention to the basketball this year. I'm gonna pay attention to the Texans. So, Lori, if I had to pick by myself, I pick my winners. Or I pick somebody I'm gonna pick somebody from the audience. If Jimmy ain't here, I'm gonna pick somebody from the audience to have the picks with. Uh, the football picks. You know what I did want to see? Put your favorite football teams up on the screen right quick. Everybody put them up there so I can get a feeling of who's your favorite football teams. Mine's Cleveland. Mine's Cleveland. Well, yeah. Well, mine's Shador. Because if he left and went tomorrow, I'm going to wherever team he at. Y'all see how I switch teams in the NBA. Like next year, NBA, other than in the West, it's gonna be Steph, and in the East, it's gonna be Philly. That's just me. Put your football teams up on there. I want to know. I want to know who like who. Put your favorite. We got a few minutes. Put your favorite NFL team up on the screen. Come on now. Get the typing. Y'all know. Okay, we got the Dallas Cowboys. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna pull for them a little bit too this year. I'm gonna pull for them a little bit this year. I ain't never pull for the Eagles. No, never. Y'all keep going. Uh-huh. Who else? Patriots? No. Can't cheer for them. Trey like the Texans. Fade away. Okay? I can't cheer for New England. I can't. But I like that. I like that. Hold on. Hold on. Let me think out loud. Y'all ain't finna. I'm putting this in my notes. Y'all ain't finna. I got to write all this stuff down. Um, Eagles. Okay, we got two Eagles. Who else? Come on, man. Y'all on here. Come on. Tell me. I got the Eagles, the Cowboys. Y'all finna go. Eagles, the Cowboys. Hold on. Y'all finna have me right. Hold on. Eagles, Cowboy, Patriots, Eagles, Cowboy, and the Patriots. That's it. Oh, Texans. Now, I want the Texans to win, but I just don't like y'all quarterback. Who else? Come on. That's all. Y'all the non-sports likeness people in the world. Y'all don't like football. Y'all don't like baseball. What y'all like? What y'all like? Somebody told me something. I like this. He said, you pay for what you don't know. If you don't know the law, you've had to pay for a lawyer. If you don't know medicine, you got to pay for a daughter. I like that. Hey, Bears. Okay. Bears. Dad, okay. Dad, don't you like the Bears anyway? I'm going to cheer for them too, Dad. I like them too. See? Because I like Caleb Williams too. What else we got? Come on now. Got a minute. Now I got 2 minutes. About a little late. Come on now. Who else? Tomorrow I got, oh yeah, I'm gonna give y'all that tomorrow. Oh, yeah. Don't forget, y'all, our young people, our future messengers of society. So it's our responsibility. We can't have them on trips and they going to the 7-Eleven and they taking stuff out of the 7-Eleven that don't belong to them. Let's make sure that we make sure they got food at the Airbnb the next time. So kids don't go to the store and do nothing reckless like that. We talked about this earlier in the show because it's our responsibility to ensure that they have the appropriate message, because if they do not, then their message they get from somewhere else and the actions will adversely uh, affect our present, our future, and even the lives of our loved ones. So um, even when we go on with our demise, it's so imperative that we stop turning a blind eye to our youth, both at risk and not at risk. Our responsibility may be to our own kids, but it should not stop there. That's why I thank you, all the summer coaches, every summer coach for this summer who've did stuff for them kids, all them teams, all the teams, JL3, Houston Hoops, who else? All them other teams. I can't tell y'all the name of them teams. Coos Elite. Um, I can't tell y'all. The Raptors. man, thank y'all for what y'all do to our kids, for our kids. But we can do better. We can do better. And anything y'all need from me, let me know, and I'll try to do the best I can to help you. If I have to come out there and speak, if I have to do, we got to go and get it. It's too valuable. These kids are too valuable. I see the game that being played to them. I just wish it was people like me that was around and being able to talk to these people on a platform like this because we're reachable. I'm not unreachable. Everybody, all you got to do is email that chopshophtx@gmail.com. I am going to come back and get everybody to know that. And if you happen to have my number, I'm gonna get back with you. So we, man, I'm serious. I'm really serious. We got to sacrifice something. One thing about that LeBron and them team, this team that's their own. Everybody know they got to sacrifice. Now it's always good to say sacrifice until you got to be the one to sacrifice. So we right now we got to sacrifice certain things for us so we can make sure our next generation is right. Let's get this summer basketball thing right. This something we control. We can get it right. There's some we in control. There ain't nobody controlling this. We control this. We can get it right. Okay? All right. I'm out of here. Boy, I had a great time with y'all. And I'll see y'all later. Gotta go to a meet. I'm out.